Hi, David Spahr here. I'm showing my window farm today. It's meant for growing herbs and other things during the winter when you can use them for food. And it's meant to be cheapo to do and easy. So first of all, you need to have an air pump. And this air pump came from a yard sale where I bought a 10-gallon tank and the air pump and the heater and all the stuff that goes with it for $10. So I had this air pump. You can buy air pumps on Amazon for $5, so don't think the air pump needs to be expensive. And probably a less powerful air pump is better, because this one here drives all the water that I need through the system. And actually this particular one seems to work perfectly. So the air goes out the hose, and then eventually you get to a check valve. These things cost less than 10 cents a piece. It's meant to allow the air to pass and to stop any back siphoning that may come through the tube. And then I have it suction cupped to the window to keep the tube up in the air a little bit and help prevent any back siphoning issues. And then the tube goes down into the fish tank, and there's a T there. And the air comes in on the right and goes across on the left, pushing air up through the system, and it pulls water from the down tube there, which goes toward the bottom. And after the system starts pushing a bunch of water up on the left, it'll only push a certain amount, so you get some back siphoning of air in the down tube, and then that means that intermittently it sucks water and pushes air, and it oxygenates the tube. It oxygenates the tank, that is. And here I've got Gomer and Gwendolyn, and they provide my fertilizer, and they're happy fish. They're happy fish. And so there's a little bit of tank maintenance involved, but goldfish are easy. 66 cents for the two of them. And the water does need to be cleaned out once in a while. I'll drain off about half the water and put in some fresh water fairly often. And the water that I drain off that has all the fish dew in it, I use to water all the rest of my houseplants. And all the rest of my houseplants seem to be real happy with this. So you can actually use it to fertilize a lot more than just your window farm system. Okay, so tube goes up out of the tank, pushing air, and you can maybe see a little bit of the water going up the tube with the air, and then it goes up through the middle of each pot. Each pot is a slotted pot, and those slotted pots pass water very easily, and they're holding clay balls, which are a hydroponic thing. There's the clay balls. Okay, you see the clay balls. And then moving up further, this is the top. And at the top, I actually have a Y connector, which blows the water in two different directions up. If you use a T connector, you may have trouble with the system blowing water out the door too much of the bottle. So I just planted some seeds here, and I transplanted from my last system, which I was using peat moss and coffee filters here. And I think you can see that I planted some nasturtiums here, and more herbs, and back to Gwendolyn and Gomer again. And so I guess I'm going to have to do another one later when some of these herbs are growing and looking good. But this is something that you can do and run all year long and have fresh herbs in your kitchen, and having the goldfish is kind of fun. So it's worth trying. It won't cost you much money. There were little things that, you got to buy the hose, And you got to buy the suction cups and the check valves and connectors and so on. And they aren't expensive, but once you buy them, they're going to give you enough of them so that you could set up 4 or 5 more of these things and not need to buy anything else. So your progressively 3rd and 4th and 5th window farm, you'd probably still have the stuff you have the stuff for to do it. And so and you don't have to have a fish tank. You can just do it with just soda bottles and have the bottom bottle be where you put your water and nutrients into the system. Then you're just running on organic fertilizer type of system, and it's simpler and it's cheaper, but the fish are more fun, and the fish provide the nutrient in a good way. So that's it for today.